In a quiet village cradled by ancient forests and rolling hills, there lived a widow named Mama Ayoka. Though life had taken her husband many years ago, it could not take her spirit. She was a woman of boundless kindness, known for her open heart and open door. Her home was a haven for the hungry, the weary, and the hopeless. Mama Ayoka's heart is a well that never runs dry, the villagers often said. Her warmth radiated not only from her smile, but from her children, Tunda and Aduk, who carried her light wherever they went. Tunda, a boisterous 10-year-old, was the village mischief maker. His laughter, bright as the morning sun, often echoed through the village as he climbed trees or teased the goats. Aduk, his 8-year-old sister, was his opposite, a gentle soul whose voice could calm even the most troubled heart. Her songs often drifted through the air like a soft wind, stopping villagers in their tracks to listen. Though Mama Ayoka's life was not easy, her home was filled with joy and love. She would often say, "What little we have we share, for the gods bless those who give with open hands." The villagers admired her. "The gods will reward her kindness one day," they would murmur. But no one could foresee how that kindness would soon be tested. One evening, as the sun bled into the horizon, casting the village in a warm orange glow, Mama Ayoka swept her compound. The rhythmic swish of her broom blended with the sounds of children playing and the distant call of birds returning to their nests. She was about to head inside when she noticed a figure approaching from the forest path. The figure walked slowly, hunched over a wooden stick. As it drew closer, Mama Ayoka saw it was an old woman dressed in rags, her face partly obscured by a wide straw hat. The air seemed to shift. The laughter of children faded, and even the goats stopped bleating. The villagers peered from their doorways, whispering nervously. "Who is she?" someone murmured. "She does not belong here," said another. "Her eyes. Did you see them?" The woman's eyes glowed faintly, like embers in the dark. Her movements were slow but deliberate, and her stick tapped against the ground with an unnatural rhythm. When she reached Mama Ayoka's gate, she stopped and raised her head. Her voice, dry as rustling leaves, carried a strange weight. "Good evening, Mama Ayoka. I am but a traveler, lost and cold. I have no home, no family, and no warmth. I ask only for clothes to shield me from the night." Mama Ayoka hesitated. The woman's presence unsettled her, and the glow of her eyes sent a chill down her spine. Yet compassion, as always, overruled fear. "Wait here," Mama Ayoka said gently, retreating into her home. Inside, Mama Ayoka knelt before an old wooden chest. Her fingers brushed over clothes her children had outgrown. She lingered on a red wrapper a duke had once worn to a harvest festival. The memory of a duke twirling in it, her bare feet kicking up dust as she laughed, warmed Mama Ayoka's heart. Next she picked up a white shirt that had been Tunda's favorite. It was stained with memories, mango juice from stolen fruit and mud from countless adventures. "These clothes hold so much joy," she thought wistfully. "Perhaps they can bring warmth to someone else now." She folded the garments and returned to the woman waiting at her gate. "These belong to my children," Mama Ayoka said, handing over the clothes. "May they protect you from the cold." The woman took them, but her smile was strange, too wide, too knowing. "Thank you, Mama Ayoka. May your children always remain close to you." A shiver ran down Mama Ayoka's spine. Before she could respond, the woman turned and shuffled into the shadows of the forest. That night, an unnatural silence enveloped the village. The usual sounds of crickets and frogs were absent, replaced by a heavy stillness that pressed on the ears. Inside her hut, Mama Ayoka tucked Tundi and Aduk into bed. "Good night, my darlings," she said, kissing their foreheads. "May the gods watch over you." In the dead of night, Tunde woke with a piercing cry. "Mama, it hurts." He wailed, clutching his stomach. His face was contorted with pain, tears streaming down his cheeks. Before Mama Ayoka could reach him, Aduk began to shiver violently, her small body drenched in sweat. "Mama," she whispered, her voice barely audible, "I'm so cold." Panic surged through Mama Ayoka. She tried everything she knew, herbal teas, warm blankets, fervent prayers, but nothing worked. By morning, both children lay pale and weak, their breaths shallow. Outside, the village was in chaos. parents frantically searched for their children, many of whom had either fallen ill or vanished entirely. "This is no ordinary sickness," whispered an elder. "It is the work of dark forces." Mama Ayoka's heart sank. She thought of the old woman's glowing eyes, her strange smile, and the cursed words, "May your children always remain close to you." That night Mama Ayoka collapsed into an uneasy sleep. She dreamed of a dark forest clearing, illuminated by a roaring fire. The old woman stood beside the flames, holding the red wrapper and white shirt. Her glowing eyes locked onto Mama Ayoka as she began to chant in a language that vibrated with malice. The fire consumed the clothes, and within the flames, Tunde and Aduki's faces appeared, their expressions twisted in pain. "Mama, save us!" Their voices echoed, filled with terror. Mama Ayoka woke with a start, her heart pounding. Tears streamed down her face as realization struck her. The old woman was a witch, and her children were bound by her curse. Desperate, Mama Ayoka ran to Baba Ogunleye, the village elder and spiritual guide. His compound was a place of ancient power, filled with charms, herbs, and carvings. After listening to her story, Baba Ogunleye's face grew grim. "The woman used your kindness against you," he said. "The clothes are her tools, a bridge for her curse. To break it, you must find her and destroy them." "But how can I face her?" Mama Ayoka asked, trembling. Baba Ogunleye handed her a pouch of protective charms. "These will shield you from her magic. Be brave, Mama Ayoka. The lives of your children depend on your courage." At dawn, Mama Ayoka entered the forest. The trees loomed above her like towering giants, their branches clawing at the sky. Shadows danced on the ground, and whispers seemed to follow her every step. After hours of searching, she found a clearing where the old woman sat beside a roaring fire. The cursed clothes lay before her, glowing faintly in the firelight. "Stop!" Mama Ayoka shouted, her voice trembling but firm. The old woman turned, her glowing eyes narrowing. "Ah, Mama Ayoka," she sneered, "have you come to take back your kindness?" "You will not harm my children," Mama Ayoka cried, clutching the charms. The amulets began to glow, forcing the witch to recoil, summoning every ounce of courage. Mama Ayoka lunged forward, snatched the cursed clothes, and threw them into the fire. The flames roared, turning blue and green. The old woman let out a blood-curdling scream before vanishing in a burst of light. When Mama Ayoka returned, she found Tunde and Aduki awake and smiling. The other children in the village had also recovered, their laughter filling the air once more. The villagers gathered around Mama Ayoka, praising her bravery. "You have taught us that kindness is a gift, but even the purest heart must be guarded with wisdom," the elders said. From that day forward, the tale of Mama Ayoka and the cursed clothes was passed down through generations, a reminder of the strength that lies in a mother's love and the courage to face even the darkest of evils. Thank you for journeying with me through the tale of Mama Ayoka and the cursed clothes. This story reminds us of the incredible power of kindness and love, but also the wisdom needed to protect those we care for. Mama Ayoka showed us that even in the face of darkness, a mother's love and courage can break any curse. It also teaches us a powerful lesson. Even the purest heart must be guarded with wisdom and discernment. While kindness is a gift to the world, there are times when we must protect it fiercely from forces that seek to exploit it. I hope this story has touched your heart as much as it has touched mine. Don't forget to like, comment, and share if you believe that love and courage can overcome any obstacle. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more stories that inspire and uplift. May God bless you, and may you always find strength in the love you give. Until next time, stay kind, stay wise, and stay strong.